There we are. Windows forced an update today, and of course it's gone and changed all my drivers and all my microphone drivers and everything. But I think that's all sorted now. I think we've got it. I think it's there. Let's see, we've got Magua. Hey Magua, how you doing? Hey, there's a Joe. /Joe. Hey Joe. There's an Iris. There's a Baruto. Did I give you a shout out, Baruto? Neff, g'day, g'day. And a shout out for Neff. Neff, I really, really enjoyed Baruto. You were playing Dead by Daylight. Really? I didn't know that was your thing. Neff, I really enjoyed watching you play Sterile Blade last night. That was really, really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. I am going live on YouTube today. It is a dual stream. Let me get our chat so that I don't miss out on anything that is there. Magua showed me a little trick. Pop out the chat window, get that, copy and paste it. Yeah. I'm excited about tonight. I have so many ideas and so many thoughts, and I need to write it down so that I can apply some of it. And I'm excited about it tonight. Multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. G'day. Thanks, glad you had fun watching me get butchered. I really thought that one fight that you did, I really thought that looked a lot like some of the fights I've seen Ian do in Souls-like games. But my favorite one was where you fought a version of yourself almost. You had like a blade that sort of like went in blue, and she had like a blade that went into like red. I forget the boss, but I really liked that one. I really liked that fight. I thought it was so well done. It's so pretty. I spent a good portion of today on the piano working on jazz riffs. I saw this tutorial and it said if you do these combinations, you can just sort of like do some jazz improv, and I tried it and it's true. So now I'm thinking maybe I should do some jazz music at a point in time, because, you know, something that I noticed is that, you know, the music that I listened to in the beginning, it actually... Where did it go? There. It actually got a copyright claim for one of the songs, even though it's copyright free. I think they must have made it so that one of their things is now a copyrighted one. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Thursday art things. I want to have a look at the diary. I want to revisit the diary today, because I want to think about what worked and what didn't work. Oh my goodness, where did we save it? It's been too long. Diary hardcover, diary notes. That's what I want. Yeah. Oh, Do you want the notes, Nev? Because I can send it to you as well. It was just a little Facebook video. So yeah. I'm not sure what you guys are working on tonight, but tonight I am going to be doing a little bit of diary brainstorming, because Magua sort of like, by now it's like a week or two ago already, gave me a firm talking to about not leaving this to the last minute. So I better not leave it to the last minute. And I want to get mine as well. Hey Iris, today you're #1 on the YouTube. Yeah, I'm pinging the ducks. Oh my goodness, you guys have a duck obsession. Again, I promise, cross my heart, if we get to a point on YouTube where we can actually have emotes, I will give you a duck emote. A flamin' duck. Fireball Annie and the Adventures of the Flamin' Duck. I don't know how to put it in words to say This is a lo-fi kind of stream. It's a relaxy kind of stream. Have me open on the other window so that you don't have to be alone in whatever you do. I'll be your companion, but I don't want it to sound sexual. But you know, because sometimes when you want to do something, it's horrible doing it on your own. But if somebody else is doing something and they're being productive in the other window, it's easier. Maybe a productivity partner. That sounds like I'm doing some sort of corporate raffle or something. But that's pretty much what I'm hoping to achieve with this. I can't play piano, unfortunately, only percussive noises. Yeah, but that's perfect. I'll send you a piano riff. You can just sort of like add your doof. Now we haven't looked at this in a long time, over a year, and I haven't been in Affinity Designer in a hot minute. Oh, nephew number 2. The Fireball Duck Army has arrived. Quackalacka. Do you know that it captures the Twitch chat, but it doesn't capture the YouTube chat? So when I read the YouTube chat and you watch the VOD later, you're wondering why I'm just sort of like throwing random sentences out there, because it doesn't keep the history. That's why I need to find a way to capture the history so that it doesn't just sound like I'm talking to random ghosts in my head. I was watching something on the Dune playthrough last time, and it's like I'm just randomly throwing things. The boring guy, Fireball turns into schizo evidence when she reads YouTube. It really is. Why did it hold it? I forgot it. Oh, it doesn't like the term schizo. I don't know why. Because you're not using it as an insult. Hearing voices is an actual symptom of schizophrenia. I don't know. I lied it. Makes sense, could be used in many wrong ways. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Here at Fireball Annie, there's only 2 things that'll get you a hard ban. One, I'm probably a little bit more relaxed on, and the other one is a hard no for me. Like if you come in here and you call me baby, I think baby is the banned word in my channel. I don't like that. I don't like random dudes calling me baby. It's not my thing. And some dudes think it's really funny to push their luck and try it. It's like a banned word, and if I see you use it at me, you probably will get 1 warning and then I'm banning you. And the other thing that I don't allow is anything pedo. Any inappropriate jokes towards children or any commentary around that, I just hard ban you. That's just a hard no for me. But some of the things that the bot bans like that, in the context it was used, I don't think it's a bannable one. Makes sense. So let's see. So tonight, here is the big plan for tonight. We have a diary, and thank you so very much to everybody who has supported me on this diary. I had some medical bills this year, and I'm not seeing any more medical things, so I'm not too worried about the bills, just have to pay off a few more. But last year we set aside time and we developed this diary, and the royalty checks that I received from this diary actually helped a long way towards paying my medical bills. So thank you so very much for supporting me in this and for encouraging me to do this, and more so for actually finding a use for this, because I would hate to sort of think you're buying my book and you're not using it. So I'm really, really happy that we're on this little adventure. But 2025's diary was good. My learnings, I had a couple of learnings on that one, and I need to incorporate that into the diary for 2026. There's Magua. YouTube awesome. Here's a random sentence for the day then. What has fangs and webbed feet? Count Duckula. Count Quackula. There was a series like that. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Again, YouTube comments. If you want some random things said without context, there you have it. You can post it on YouTube because I'm probably going to read it. So let's see. Some of my key learnings that I need to incorporate for 2026's diary is there's a couple of things that I would like to change that worked for me but that I think could work better. And we'll navigate through these layers if I can remember how Affinity works. And we'll see that. But oh, look at that. So this is what formed it. So this is what the actual month looks like with notes. And then there is a weekly view. And it's in the weekly view here. I want to change this so that it looks more like the other notes. So like these notes, but, oh sorry, it's all just jumbled at the moment because I'm still trying to figure out how the layers work. So you see these notes on the right hand side here? I want little lines there so that I can actually make numbered notes, because I found that I make notes and then I lose track of them here. So I'm going to change the size of these, and I'm going to sort of like make this one all the way up. Oh, you can't really see my mouse. So you can see, wait, can I capture the mouse? Properties. I don't see a capture the mouse. Client area, capture the cursor. It says it's, can you see my cursor? I can't see, it's too small. I can't see. So I do want to sort of like have notes all the way down. So if there's any changes that you would like to see in the diary, let me know in the Discord. I will actually make a pinned post for it as well. I want to make a few changes like that. The other learning I had was this is considered low volume or low quality content or something like that, because it's not a lot of words like a story and so on Amazon. It is not considered as heavily content, even though there's a lot of design that goes into it, a lot of double checking for the dates and a lot of time to sort of like make it so. And what that means is the result is that when I use the Amazon barcode for it, I can generate a free barcode with Amazon. But because it's a low content book and it's an Amazon generated barcode for that, I can't actually add a video URL to it, and I can't actually sell it through other places like Barnes and Noble and so on. So what I need to do is I need to buy my own set of barcodes, and there are people that sells you barcodes, so you just have to buy it through a publishing house. Wait, really, that's broken? Yeah, but it kind of makes sense. Hey, Lady Dragon Master, how you going? Where's my auto shout out's not working? It kind of makes sense if you think about it from the point of view that there are a lot of people that make, I don't know if it's called low content or it can't be low quality, so it must be low content. There's a lot of people that make AI low content books, or just like a notebook or a journal that doesn't have any, it's just got like a lot of blank space in it, a lot of blank pages. So if you think about that from that point of view, it kind of makes sense that my computer is not working. Am I still here? I can't see my OBS window. You see and hear me? I don't know why I can't see my OBS window at all. I might have to restart that one. Like I can see Windows fine, but OBS is just a little... OBS is gone. No, I can't see anything. Man, I warned you. That Windows update that ran today just messed me up. All my settings have changed. I'm sorry, I can't find OBS. I think I'm going to do a hard shutdown real quick. So bear with me, I will be right back. Yeah, I can't do this like this. Okay, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. BRB. Okay, let's see. I didn't do a full reboot. I just hard closed OBS. Can someone please double check for me if the YouTube did a hard reset or if it's still working okay? It says it's still live. Oh no! Why doesn't it just work like anticipated? I don't know. I'm just quickly gonna Windows is always causing problems, I know, right? Now you get to see me set up my Abby and everything again. Actually, you don't have to see that, that's not entertaining. Let me just set it up for us. Lady Dragon Master, how are you feeling? Are you healed? Yes, it's still live. So, thank you. So the interesting thing is, it's not kept this chat history in my OBS. So I'll just pop that out, copy that, and pop it back in here so I can see what's happening. There's like a checklist of things I do before stream starts to make it look smooth and easy. There's like a million things I do behind the scenes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Windows forced an update today, and then it was like a 4-minute long update, and then it didn't work, and I had to redo it. And it's like, man, I didn't want to update it in the first place. Do you know what it's doing? It keeps on popping up a thing saying, is my mouth working? Yes, it is. It keeps on popping up a thing that says, do I want to buy Enshrouded or something? Like Windows advertising a game to me as a pop-up just in my Windows. It is so annoying. So I Googled, is it like me or something? But it's like something that, is it Enshrouded that they're trying to sort of like punt? I was like, why?
Oh, hey.
Reggie!
Thank you.
G'day. Hello, Reggie. 25 months. Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much. Well, you are still amazing, and I love being here. Thanks for the streams, the laughs, and the good times. Thank you for 2 amazing years, Reggie. GG's. We're just working through a couple of logistics because Windows is being a bum. We also discovered, Reggie, that the YouTube comments does not appear on the stream yet, so I'm reading the YouTube comments as well as the Twitch comments, and it sounds like I am a nut because I'm just randomly saying things. Like Nev says, yes, still live. Thank you, Nev. Okay. Now I'm talking about the learnings I had of the diary, and I haven't actually written anything down. Let me open Affinity again. May I share something slightly contrary? I don't know if it's contrary or not. I try not to say too many negative things. But you know how excited I was about Affinity and not having to pay a monthly subscription, like you have to pay a monthly subscription for Adobe products and so on. Magua, you spammed ducks in YouTube. I promise, when we get to YouTube Partner, I'll give you duck emotes on my life, I promise. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Canva bought over Affinity, and since then there's not really been any updates to Affinity, and it's starting to sort of like not work consistently for me as anticipated. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. Properties, designer, yes, there you go. Okay, so let me make a summary. I've committed to, if we find, if you have any ideas or amendments you'd like to see in the 2026 diary, I will make a pinned post in the Discord for ideas, but I think I'll also make a pinned post in YouTube. I'm trying to be a little bit better in the community tab. So I'll do a call for ideas. And what I'll try and do this weekend is I'll try and take, I wanted to do this earlier actually, and I just haven't gotten around to it because with the VOD situation and having to action that first, it changed a couple of my priorities. So what I want to do is I want to take a photo of the diary and put it on as a YouTube video, you know, like a short. And I don't know if it's a good idea to just flick through it or just sort of like have a photo a page, or maybe just like this is the month and then there's a photo per month, just to give the idea, and then do a call for any ideas or changes you'd like to see. So I'd like to do that. Maybe I'll use that jazz improv I played on the piano today. There, Reggie! Oh, thank you. Thanks, Reggie. I see you there, I see you here, I see us everywhere. Oh goody! I am live now. Set aside time for creativity. Yay! Please hit refresh. Yay! Please hit refresh on your browser. Technology is here to enable. Okay, that should do it. Okay, so I've mentioned that the barcode thing was a thing, but I can address that for 2026, which the implication is that I can actually try and put it on other places as well, like Barnes and Noble and so on. One of the things that I want to do is I want to have lines for the notes, and in particular these pages here, like here, I want to actually make lines. I thought when I made it that it was nice to have the white space and not have too many lines, but I've changed my mind on that. Yeah, either would work, or maybe a combination of photos and video, since it gives a bit of sense of scale. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe a snapshot of a page that I've actually used it and drawn things in, because I'm actively using my diary. I really like using it. I like these. I like the blocks that they're not uniform. Let me save this as a different version, and then I can actually, instead of just talking about it, diary notes for 2026. Okay. I also want to, in the video, I want to incorporate some of the feedback, and Magua and Secret Lighthouse left some really amazing feedback. I think it was Secret Lighthouse who said, "Never have I felt so judged by a diary or something," and it's just the comments up here, the little saying of the day or the saying of the week. And what I was thinking is this would be a good time to sort of like ask anybody if they would like to include a saying, if they want to recommend a saying, what it could be. So I like that idea as well, of incorporating a saying of the week.
How are we doing?
Oops, PD rated out, and I don't know how long I've been rated out, or if it's been loud. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oops. So that's another thing that I need to remember. Then the other thing is, I don't know if this would make too much work and impact the timings of it. Hey Laudimus, how you going? G'day, g'day. We are talking about this. And while I can, we've got Nev, we've got the Lady Dragon Master, we've got Joe. Oh! Magua, can you hear me? Can you ask Joe to do another O/? Giggledush! Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. I was just thinking of you this morning. How have you been? Okay, there we go. Giggleish, I don't know if you know this, but I have started doing a thing where I've gone live on YouTube and Twitch. So at the moment, we are trialing being a multi-streamer. It's to help me with my VODs and so on, and it's been really good for me so far. Yeah, it's actually been quite helpful. Man, this music is making me so relaxed. How can I concentrate on anything when I'm so relaxed? Sorry, what did I need to do? Oh, can you ask Joe to O/ me again? I couldn't do a shout out for him because since I reset, I can't see him as a chat history, so I wanted to shout him out. I I am just assuming that you are raiding. And then any added coins? So tonight what I'm doing is thanks Joe. Thanks Magua. Okay, so here is the thing. I'm talking about the diary tonight. The 2025 diary was it was a lifesaver. It had impact in my life, and it helped me pay some bills, the royalties that I earned from that. So when we made the diary, when we designed it, I told everyone up front that my plan for the diary is, so we have two books on Amazon at the moment. A Doodley's template book, which is purely there to sort of like be helpful and help you have a creative moment and so on. So I don't make any real money on that one. I think I get like like a few cents per sale on that one. But when we made the diary, I set up and I said that the reason we're doing the diary is because I am going to have some medical expenses this year, and I definitely need to have it as an income. So it wasn't something that I wanted to sort of like just do for the benefit of everyone. I needed the financial benefit of it as well. And because I had like a big bunch of medical bills coming up this year, the royalties that I earned on this book has really helped towards that. So thank you very much for everybody who supported me on that. The thing is that it's such a helpful tool, and it's been such a good productivity tool that I'm going to make a 2026 diary. I don't think the price point was too high, but I'm a little bit more flexible on the price point. So if anybody has any comments on the pricing, I've set it at $18 last year. And Amazon's prices have gone up in terms of the publishing cost. So the profit I'll earn from it, the royalties I'll earn from it will be less, but I'm not so tight on the money this year that I can't actually be a little bit more flexible on the price. I don't want to screw anybody over. The diary is a combination of all my favorite items that I've had in a diary so far, things that I've liked and things that's worked for me. So I've tried to incorporate it in one place, in one diary, and that's what we'll try and do now as well. This one will be for 2026. So if you have, this is not what the diary looks like. If you want to see what the diary looks like, I've posted a link there, and this weekend I will make a video flip through. Nev, can I pick your brain on that one a little bit? Like, if I open up, because I made it in Affinity Publisher, if I open up Publisher and I flip through, say for example, April the month, and then the weekly views, like the 4 weekly views, you know, like a page down of the diary, and then have the B-roll of me flicking through the diary end to end so you can see the actual size in real life, and then maybe end with a picture of the diary as I've used it. Does that sound like a good little this is what the diary looks like video? It actually does, doesn't it? Let me make a note of that. It does? Okay, let me make a note of that. So in video, because I'm gonna I don't want to forget. So just like a favorite month. Was there in the diary, was there like a favorite month you had? Maybe like, let me just pick on April. April in Affinity. Then flick through. Then an actual use, and then you can see the size as well, and then maybe some of the comments that was left as a review, the review comments. I know Magma wrote a nice review, and I think it was Secret Lighthouse that did one. I can't remember if Nature Cat wrote one as well, but there was a couple of very nice reviews, so I'll include the reviews. If you bought a diary and you haven't left a review and you want to do that, go do that before this weekend, because I'm going to take a snapshot of some of the reviews and use it in the video as well. If anybody wants to sort of like have a look over the video as I'm making it, let me know. I'll post it in the Discord for feedback as well. Yeah. Okay, I think that's a good idea. Thank you, Nev. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So let me just make a couple of changes in here. And then we'll see how it goes. Let's see what we did here. So we did this. This document we worked on is dated September 2024. So of course we can fully remember how to work around in Affinity. Hey, thank goodness I didn't use artboards, because every time I use artboards in here, I have to go and remember how to use artboards. Because it makes so much sense at the time. Is this just one? Okay, these are just elements on the same page. Ah, there we go. There's the drop down. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to call you 2026. And actually, where's that little red block? We're going to call you Fireball Annie's Diary Brainstorming Sessions 2026. 2026 diary. 2026 diary brainstorming session. So that's what we're doing. And you know what I've been really naughty with doing? I've been using my normal mouse instead of my tablet. And so now I can hear clicking. I can just hear clicking, 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 clicking. Okay, okay. The other thing I want is how to properly say keep me open in the other window while I keep you company. I don't want it to sound corny. Keep me open in the other window, and I'll keep you company while you work. That sounds so weird. Okay, so let's see. So this will become my working document, my plan. Oh, what I wanted to say, so things that I'm asking is if you want to include a feedback comment on if any of these blocks were helpful or not, like 3 things I'm proud of I accomplished, things that need my immediate attention, things that I need to improve on. If that worked, that would be great. Let me know your feedback on that one. Something that I wanted to add is a blank page at the end of each month, so I might do that. But I will summarize my thoughts and put it in the Discord as well. There you go. Let's see. Using the actual diary. Because this was the brainstorming thing. Let me just make sure that this is exactly what I used. The lines I didn't have as dark, and that worked for me, but I didn't actually color these lines in. I thought I would doodle in between these, and I thought I would doodle a pattern in between these, but I ended up not doing that. It looks exactly the same. Okay, so I actually did use different words here, so I'm going to update it to what the actual diary ended up being, because this was the brainstorming session. So in this one I said, I am proud to... Wait, what did it say? 3 things I am proud to have accomplished. What worked well? Okay, I took out the 3 things I am proud to have accomplished this month. I kept the what worked well last time, so I said, I am proud to have accomplished. I haven't actually used that myself. Let me just see. I haven't actually used that myself for that purpose. I write poetry and all kinds of lines in there. Oh, in April I did actually. I am proud to have accomplished micro moments. Unfortunately, I did not expand on what I meant with being proud to accomplish micro moments. But yeah, hi, sweetest sufferance. Good day, good day. How are you doing? So I didn't actually include these tick marks. Oopsie. You're catching us as we are making our 2026 diary. There is, you know what, I'm so sorry, I should put this in the pinned post. I should say that in the thing so that I don't have to post it the whole time so you don't think I'm a nut. So time messages, I'm just going to say diary. Let me put it in the header. Diary, YouTube. Is it YouTube or YouTube? Hold on. YouTube. Oh. YouTube. Oh my soul, look how old that is. Remember when we discovered stable diffusion? I've never been back to stable diffusion. Oh my goodness, let me change that. Gonna grab some tea. Everybody stay hydrated. That is a good call. Thank you, Nev. I need to stay hydrated as well. YouTube. So where is it getting it from? It's getting it from the Annie bot. But I don't see my chat commands. All let me just have here. Oh my goodness. I'm just looking at the commands. Because when I did YouTube, I don't even think that video exists anymore. I think I deleted it. Hey, the ambient music is nice. Oh, thank you. I like it. I'll link it for you in a moment. Thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing. Hit the bell on updates. Thank you for the support. I don't like that. I don't like. Thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing. It's free and hit the bell for updates. I don't know how to rewrite it so that I like it. My YouTube channel. Thank you for the support. I mean, by now we all know that you can hit the bell for updates and stuff. My YouTube channel, thank you for the support. I'm trying to be less fluffy in my words, but my problem sometimes is because I learned English in a very formal way, sometimes I can come across as too abrupt. So does this sound too abrupt? My YouTube channel, thank you for the support. It sounds a little bit abrupt now, no? My YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing. I don't know. It's just going to be that now. Because now I'm going to start over-analyzing the hell out of it. Okay, there we go. The music is Laborio Conti. And this is a link to the actual music. I used it in my sleep meditation video, and now I find that when I use it for my creative process, my mind is conditioned to be creative during it. It definitely helps me focus. Okay. Gonna leave a look. Have to go pick up the car from the mechanic be right soon. Oh, thank you for the look. I appreciate that. I liked the February quote. You're hearing me actually paste through my diary, the actual diary, because I bought myself one as well. And the one that I liked the most is, you're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it. And in the actual diary, it is spaced out a little bit better. How do you do this in here? Is it paragraph? Brushes constraints. No, there must be a text one. Here we go. Size spacing. Loosen. Alt and right spacing. No, I don't want. I want this one. Alt down. There we go. Alt down. Alt down. Alt down. Alt down. That one. There we go. Hey, Jack Xavier. Thank you so very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, friend. Okay. I did restart the stream here and in YouTube, so if you click on the live YouTube and you're confused with why there's so many ducks there, I can't comment on what Nev, Magua and Reggie are up to, and Iris as well. Okay, so this one in the actual diary, I did keep it things I'd like to improve on and do better, but I did say next month, so it is like a monthly planner. So I did keep that one. This one I said things that need my immediate attention. I actually said I want to focus on. Now, which do I prefer? Things that need my immediate attention, or I want to focus on. I think I prefer actually things that need my immediate attention. Hello there. I thought I already follow you. Well, now I'm following you now. Thank you. Twitch sometimes does some unfollows. I don't understand when or how or where, but yeah, they sometimes do a little bit of unfollows. But I appreciate the refollow. Neff in YouTube says, we are innocent quack. It's gonna sound so weird that I'm just saying random things. Maybe every time if I use a duck reference, you'll know I'm reading something from the YouTube. Then I don't have to say the YouTube says. Is Laudimus here? Laudimus, I don't know if you knew that we had a diary. If that's so funny. Maybe that'll be a funny way to grow the YouTube as well. Like every time when I read something from YouTube, I'll do a quack. I'll do a quack first. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm finding it so funny, but I need a tissue because the tears are rolling down my cheek. Oh. Maybe I'll get a sound effect and play it on the stream deck every time. Quack! And then read what he said on YouTube. Actually, I like that. I like that idea. But it shouldn't be too disruptive. Quack. Maybe I won't read quack when you post a duck emoji, Magua. Because that is too easy. Sound effect. So going forward, if I say quack, you know that I'm reading something that's on YouTube chat, but I can't really see it on the bottom of Twitch chat yet. Because I'm not capturing the YouTube chat yet. So in OBS, Twitch is my primary, and then it just takes it off to YouTube as well. That'll be good for my YouTube. You love that? We approve? It'll be good engagement for the algorithm, I hope, or something. I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works. Again, I do promise you fantastic. Maybe if we hit YouTube partner, I don't only give you a duck emote, I get a duck alley. I don't know if my companion should be a duck. That's like such a Magua thing, because Magua is the one with a duck obsession. Duck Magua the Mallard. Okay, I've sidetracked myself completely now. I think I'm funny. This idea of quacking when I talk about YouTube has just quacked me up. I quack myself up. I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh, hold on. Let's see if that's working. Or did I close it? Oh, man. And I only drink 1 cup of coffee a day. Can you imagine? Okay, let's see. Things need my immediate attention. I know another big fan of Duck's Lady Dragon Master. No, but if it's Lady Dragon Master's thing, I don't want to take Lady Dragon Master's things from her. Like, I won't use chicken nuggies because that's Iron's thing. I don't want to take something from Lady Dragon Master if it's a ducky fan. Lady Dragon Master, is your companion a duck? Well, I could probably rephrase that. I'm not going to say anything more. Sound effects. Okay, I've got that. Things that need my immediate attention. Okay, then we will need to vote on another creature then. Yes, did I tell you what I don't know if you were here when I said it last night, but I was thinking, like, if we had a little creature, like, I like the idea of a little dragon because fire and dragon goes good, but again, that also sounds like a Lady Dragon Master thing. But like, I was thinking yesterday, what would be a fun little companion? And then I thought, you know, I'm Fireball Annie. It should be something maybe to do with fire or flames or charcoal. And then I had a giggle because here in Australia there is a franchise like KFC, but they are called Charcoal Chicken. And then I thought, how funny would it be to have like a charcoal chicken companion? But then I thought having a grilled little companion might not be the best idea. It might be offensive to so many people. So I can't do that. But I had a really good chuckle at the charcoal chicken idea. But I traumatized Magua so much by shooting a duck in front of him in one of the games we played. I can't traumatize him more. Reggie, are you still here? Reggie, what kind of companion creature do you think I should have? Things that need my things. Instead of saying I want to focus on. Things that need my immediate attention versus I want to focus on. I think things that need my immediate attention work better. This needs my immediate attention. I say things needing my immediate attention. I'm already using things. Things I'd like to improve on, do better next month is exactly what I used. Space for creative thought and doodles. How did I apply self-care this month? Ideas and brainstorming. I took that out, but I'm finding that I didn't actually complete this in my diary. Did I actually? What did I do with it in my diary? I end up just... No, I don't actually... I don't like the instruction that it tells me to be creative or to do doodles. I kind of did that. I am here. I am an emotional support human for my dog. Oh, that's cute. Oh, Richie, that is so cute. I'm going to... Can I plagiarize that? There's so many ideas we haven't actioned yet, but can I plagiarize that and keep it as a potential t-shirt idea? Would you be mortally offended if I stole your... You can say no. I'm going to plagiarize it and substitute it as my own reality. Let me go find it. Where's the ideas channel? Ideas. I feel this should be on a t-shirt and a mouse pad and stuff. Maybe a cup as well. Reggie, I'm inspired by that statement. I can use it. Oh, goody. I posted it in the ideas channel. Thank you. I like that idea. Maybe on a mug. I like that idea. Now that the VOD stressor is resolved, I feel a little bit more creative in my thinking. Like, I found that I couldn't focus on anything because I was like, every moment of my day I was hyper focused on VOD things. So everything sort of took a back seat for a while, but now I'm feeling a little bit refocused. Oh, do you know what? I did actually. did actually have it in thingies. Oh, you see, I'm jumping ahead. Let's not do that. Let's go here. So here I said in the actual diary, I said space for creative thoughts and doodles. And I don't like that because I haven't used it for any doodles. How did I apply self-care this month? And room for ideas and brainstorms. Ideas, brainstorms doesn't make sense. How did I apply self-care this month? And room for other ideas. How did I apply self-care this month? I want that. I want to actually reflect on what I did for myself and what worked better for me. That's a tricky one. That's a little bit of a tricky one now. How did I apply self-care this month? And room for other ideas. For other creative thoughts and ideas. Maybe I'll keep it at that. So I liked the way this looked. But do I use it for that? I do actually complete this section pretty regularly, except for the bottom one in my little diary. Okay, so that is good to know. I wonder if you bought a diary and you use it, you know, in the top row I made that doodle space. Have you been doodling things in there? Because I find that I haven't really done a lot of different doodles in there. Maybe I should put one pattern in there and just say repeat this pattern. I kind of think that would work better for me. Okay, that is a question I'd like answered. I will make that question as well. At this rate, it's going to be a Survey Monkey feedback survey, hey? Okay, I might actually turn that in a video questionnaire. Are there things like video questionnaires? If not, I'm definitely going to have to make one. Yeah, I haven't used the space for creative thoughts and doodles. So maybe if I give a different instruction, I will use it because I didn't like. How did I apply self-care this month? And room for other creative thoughts and ideas. That sounds less preachy, I think. I don't think it is a bad question to sort of like document what you did in your self-care. Okay, so this is the filler page for review. This is the beginning. This is the end. This is the end of the month review. End. Month. End review. Okay. What are you? You are actually the month spread. So how do I use my month spreads? Let's have a look. I didn't do anything for January. plan out my exercises in the February calendar month. I did use that one. Didn't use it for April either. But I kind of feel like it is necessary to have. What I do with my diary is the months that I don't use it, I will just go back and fill the blocks with random thoughts and poetry and all kinds of things. So it's not a waste, that's why I like the blocks. So I'll keep it like it is then, because I obviously don't have a firm view on what it is. What did I say? I kept it exactly key goals and focus points. I did put here, I kept this as random ideas. Random ideas. This one I had random ideas to follow up. So I'm not going to change this, I'll just keep it as it is. The notes, I did actually, now how did we draw this? Because I did actually have this, but with, I don't actually, now I have to think, how would you make a spacing? So if I had, no, then the pen again, another set, no, what is it, V? Is V the one where you select something about, oh, where did it go? Give me a black stroke, please. Did that work? Did not work. Here we go. So in Publisher, I did actually have have 3 lines for it. So I did actually have this thread. So between here, I do have 3 lines. It's perfectly aligned. I can't remember how I did that actually. So there's these 2 in the middle. So in the final diary, I'm just updating the draft to look a little bit more like what the final diary did actually look like. And then I can work from there and change it. Because when I'm trying to have a working document later, I'm not going to remember. What's the shortcut for that one? It is V. Hey, pink guy. G'day, g'day. And then repeat it, repeat it. Can't repeat it because it's not exact. I'm making amendments to the diary from last year so that I can have a draft document and have a plan for how to work on the next one this year for 2026. It's not quite touching the other side, but that's okay. And repeat you there and just delete this bottom one. And then to get the positioning correct, I just wanted to Alt J the thing. So I Alt J to drag a copy. Now if you Control J, it repeats the last action, but I want to delete the single line. There we go. Okay. So this is what the diary ended up looking like, and we'll call you 26, month 8. Diary looks exactly like that. These things look exactly like that. I'm not going to change this. I'm going to keep it exactly as it is. And these notes definitely worked for me, having little lines, because I love numbering things and figuring it out. Although I haven't consistently used the month view, it does add value. The one that I use a lot is the yearly planner. I use that to track my weight and my steps for the day. So it's like a little habit tracker for me as well. Maybe I should have 2 yearly planner sections. One for an actual yearly planner and the other one for a habit tracker. I wonder if that's a question. Let's see. How's your Thursday been, Pink Guy? Okie dokie. So, I'm happy with that one, that one will stay exactly as is. It's doing the purpose it was meant to. Happy with you. This is the one that I want to change slightly. I don't know if I should. It's been one of the days of all time, and mine's been pretty good. I had a super hot shower just before stream, and I like scrubbed my hair and blow dried it dry, but I gave myself such a good scalp massage. It was so nice. I spent a fair whack of time on the piano today, doing a little bit of jazz improv. I've never really understood how jazz works with the syncopation and so on, but I really got into it today. I had fun. And it's nice. I specifically tried to do creative things. Yeah, I might change my mind. I thought I wanted lines here, but I don't actually use it like that. I draw a lot of weird things. If you think you can, or if you think you can't, you are correct. Random thought, would including a stick of a stick. I don't know where I got stick. A stick of stickers. Random thought, would including a sheet of stickers add value? Could be emotes and other graphics. I want to say yes, but from a logistic point of view, how would it be? How would we do it? Do we just make a sticker sheet that you then just cut out? Because I don't think with Amazon self-publish I can actually include pre-stick stickers. So we could have in the end of the diary, like all the things we drew as well. Would you mind if you had to cut it out yourself and stick it in, or would that be okay? Because I think it would have to be a stick it in yourself, or cut it out and stick it in. No, but I like it. It's what I want to do with Doodlies as well. I want to include some samples. Cut it out and stick it in. I like that because then it's almost like there is an adult coloring in book component to it. No. And if you have gaps in the diary and you don't necessarily know how to fill it, you can just go and color it in and stick it in. I like that, Neff. That's a good idea. Like I'll show. Let's see if I can remember how to do things in here. For me, what I do here is, what is that? That's a new layer. Okay. Oh, where is my brush? My brush isn't doing anything. Okay, so for me, what I do, for example, is, let me try and just quickly show you, like in here, let me pick a random one. So here's something that happened after Iron's stream the other day. Well, not the other day, somewhere in March or something. I just read it. I'll go and find it. So this is something that I actually drew in May, okay? I actually used the notes section. I wanted to zoom in. There you go. And what I used the notes section for is, where's the... I'm just going to make another one because I'm going to delete it, I think. And what I did is, I have little, where's the brush? I'll make you two. And I actually used this section and I wrote, in my own, oh, that's not all my handwriting. Look at me writing with my normal mouse. I stop overthinking it. I cannot. It's different with a mouse. I need my pen mouse. I want my whimsy back. I didn't write back so big. Can you hear the clicking? Quack. I can write, I promise. I see how I added a quack for the YouTube, for reading the YouTube. And then I just decorated this. Let me make it slightly smaller. So this is me recreating my May 20 notes section from my May 25. And I literally just did this. I didn't go into the other areas. Flower that doesn't want to be drawn right now. Okay, you'll have to do, but it didn't look like that. And then I made another flower here. I like my flowers to have individual petals. Irking me to not draw individual petals. There we go. Not the prettiest flower, but better than nothing. And then I did that thing that I love doing at the bottom of things, and here I went the other way around. So I do stuff like that in my big gaps. And the idea, Neff, of having a section in the back where I can have stickers or something, I can have various size blocks that if you have a gap in the diary, you can probably just write something or color something in or complete the pattern or something like that. So I like that a lot. What to call it though? Sticker or placeholder or adult coloring in. It'll be a pattern. It doesn't have to be adult, just color in. Or something like that. I like that idea a lot. Okay, I will revert this. Thanks, Neff, that is a good one. Oh, I cannot just revert. It's okay. So that is the monthly view. Yeah, that is the monthly view. That can work. I like that idea. I can write, I promise, but can you quack like a duck? Okay, what are these? There are better things ahead than any of the things we leave behind. That's another one that I wrote. That is a really freaky looking doodle flower I made. I'm going to use a lot of my drawings in here for the ideas for next time. Oh, Neff, here is something that I was thinking of. I have found, and this is what I want to know if it's the case for just me or for anybody else. I have found that, you know, in the top line, I have made one doodle and then I've left blocks for the other doodles. I have found that I have not actually completed those doodles. Like, they're just little blocks, they're not doing anything. So I'm thinking that if I had to change it, I think what I would do is I would find a pattern and then repeat it every second block. So that, say for example, it is like a swirly pattern. I would, maybe I should try and do that. I would, how do I get into that thing? I guess here an actual block. I would, you're not aligned now, are you? How can you not be aligned when I literally just copied and pasted the same thing? Where are you? I deleted that. It is just a rectangle. Maybe I should take you. I think what I would do instead is I would draw something. Whoa, is this the section? Drawing. It's just very basically use the brush. Yeah, okay, you can do that. No. This is just spitballing a little bit, okay? What I'm thinking thinking what I would probably do is find a pattern like this. Because I haven't actually, the idea is there and I want to redraw stuff, but I didn't quite do that. Now I need to take you, put you in the right grouping, which I think is that one there now. Yeah. So I want you there. And let me bring you to the front. Why are you not filled? Guten Tag, Sherry. Why can I still see that? How are you? Are you still living the high of your amazing weekend? You must not be in the right place. I can't just move it there, I need to move it on here. Would this make sense? Like, can you see the intention is that you complete the lines here? I'd have to think of a better, more refined pattern. And not so slapstick as I just did. But I have found that I haven't actually completed little doodle blocks for this. So maybe if I did something like this, it would be obvious that I want you to complete it, or it's something to complete or something. I think that would work for me. Should we be having a look at the 2025 diary and thinking what we want to include or change up for the 2026 diary? And you're seeing me getting back into the habit of things. I haven't been in Affinity since like September last year. How terrible. I wonder if that is something that might work. Don't know. That is the one thing that I thought would be a good idea, but it didn't quite go the full mile for me there. It didn't quite work as I expected. Oh, I meant to ask our European friends, has it cooled down for you? It was so hot for you. Has it cooled down? It's still pretty darn cold down here. Did my stream reset? I see the bot pinged me go live again, but I don't see any dropped frames per se. I don't know. That could work. Some other variations could be your different stages of your pattern, so that we can either see your process or just add on to your drawing. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm not sure. Have you found that you got much value out of this section? Because even though I had a sample drawing, for me personally, even though I had a sample drawing, I have not really drawn there. But I find that most of my comments in my diary this far has just been, like I said, inspirational things or shouty things. Like the shouty thing that I wrote down was something that happened in Iron Stream. Oh, that's what I wanted to find and show you. Oh, here. In May, on the 27th, there's a little note here, something that happened in Iron Maiden Stream, and it says, "You can't be a dickhead and then say, people bully me because I'm a dickhead. Dickhead." So something happened in Iron Stream, and then the person got told not to do it, and then they said, "People bully me." And it's like, they're not. You're just being an arsehole. So that is what I write in my diary, and then I sort of like will doodle random things because I like abstract patterns. I seem to have a knack for making abstract patterns. I need to find out if there's a market for it somewhere where I can sell that, but abstract patterns, I just love it. Shiris is saying, you know that GDQ has their run this week again. What's GDQ, Shuri? I thought you were going to say it's a frog sale. Is that going to be an inspirational quote in the 2026? What do you write in your diary, Magua? Do you know what's in my diary? Notes. Twitch VOD downloads 20 to 25 up to 13th January. Then direct upload to YouTube. I have done diary. Proper sectioned videos 2010 onwards. Don't be an arsehole. Beautiful quote. Should I add it as an actual quote in here as well? Where did it? Where was it? Do you know GDQ? No, that's why I asked the question. What is GDQ? You can't be a dickhead. Maybe I should not say dickhead. Maybe I should say twat. Is twat or arsehole less offensive? Oh, Games Done Quick. Of course I know Games Done Quick. Yeah, I follow them. What are they doing? Games Done Quick. See, I follow them. They're currently doing Rubber Bandits for 29.7 wickets. Benefiting Doctors Without Borders this week. I thought about joining a stream team that does speedruns for Games Done Quick, but I don't have anything that I can speedrun. Oh, it's like Words on Stream. Oh, okay. There's a stream team. Whistler pinged it to me like 2 years ago, and it's about speedrunning. And I thought maybe I'll speedrun Little Nightmares or something, but I don't have a game that I can speedrun end to end that I can immediately think of, that I play enough of. Maybe if I get good like Fictitious, I can do a Blueprints. Ha ha ha! There was a Blueprints bingo run. You can't be a dickhead. Can I say dickhead on Twitch and not be banned? Then say people bully me because I'm a dickhead. dickhead. FBA. So how does it work? It's been a while. Quote add. Did I spell that wrong? Or is it add quote? Aha! There we go. It's add quote. You can't be a dickhead, and they say people bully me because I'm a dickhead. Dickhead. Just for you, sweetest sufferance. You inspired me to add that as a channel quote. There you go. When it pops up one day, that one is on you. Hey, Beastly Ben. 2 p.m. and I have a heater on. Winter is still going strong. Oh, it's so cold. I'm pretty good at Minesweeper, actually, Neff. Is that a thing? Is there an online I used to be good at Minesweeper and Tetris. They have Wirehead now. A great game and a great incentive. No, I don't know what it is. Sherry, ping me. Ping me in Discord. Let's see. I don't know what Wirehead is. I am not talking about the weather. Honest. I was just responding about weather. Goldilocks is sitting next to a heater. She had a super hot shower before stream. She's fine. She's fine. She's fine. Maybe the little channel mascot should be a weather cloud. If I'm in a good mood, it'll be a white puffy cloud. If I'm in an annoyed mood, it'll be like a grey cloud. If I'm in a very annoyed mood, it'll be like thunderstorms and lightning, and it can be very, very frightening, all of us. And we'll call it Goldie Cloud. Goldie. Write that down and forget about it now. No! We need to find a little channel mascot that is unique to us. That hasn't been done anywhere else. The only commitment I've made so far is if we hit YouTube partner, I will give a duck emote there. Maybe there'll be a duck butt. Because I saw some cute little duck butts the other day. It was a real life picture of ducks just standing, and then they had they were like foraging for something in the sand or something. It was very cute. Little wiggly tails. Duck butt. Woohoo. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think that is the major change here for me, in that I write and scribble and scratch and do things, but I haven't really scribbled and scratched things. The progress up top, I'm not quite sure how I would do that. I could perhaps make it a grey outline so that it's obvious what you need to do. What about this, Nev? Wait, what is that? That is 83 opacity. Oh, sorry, Nev. I don't want to interrupt you in your creative process. Whatever you're doing tonight, I don't want to be like interrupting. How about that? Okay, this can work for me. Whatever I do in the top line, I can grey out some of it so that you can at least see what you could be doing there. And it's not just a white block that does nothing. It should be a little blonde girl with a bear. Why would I want a blonde girl with a bear? If there's going to be a hair here, it's going to be a red-haired girl with a bear. But it can't be a bear because there's a game called League of Legends, and they also have a character called Annie, and she has a bear that shoots fireballs, I think. So people actually in the beginning asked me if that's where my name came from, if it was from Fireball Annie, but it isn't. So it can't be a bear. There can be no confusion. All good, just chilling tonight? Oh, good. What do you think of this idea then, Nev? That instead of it being a white, intimidating block, it actually is just a pattern that you can repeat. Well, I've made it like grayish so that you can see what you need to do. But then at least if you don't do anything, it's not just a white intimidating block. There is something in there. I think I like that. And you know what I can do then? One of the things that I've wanted to do in forever is I want to have some suggestions in the Doodlies template book on what some of the pattern idea is that you could do. I could then use some of the patterns I design here to just copy it as ideas into the Doodlies template book. I want a Doodlies version 2. And in it, I want to actually have a little bit more like that, where it's like complete the other half of this or so on. That is not the super duper big priority for me. My big priority is to make sure that my Art Adventure subscribers on Ko-fi get value for money. So I've sent out my first edition of the Art Adventure. I need to tweak the Ko-fi page a little bit, and I need to send a very big thank you to my Ko-fi supporters, because I have 4 people who subscribe to me on Ko-fi, and I've sent out 1 edition of my Art Adventure, and I need to send a very big thank you and then make up for making everybody wait. So one of the ways I will make up is I will send you a poster of one of my actual artworks. Maybe you want it, maybe you don't want it, but you're gonna get it. My favorite thing that I've ever painted, you're gonna get an A4 sized copy of that as a thank you. Remember to act surprised when that happened, dear Ko-fi subscribers. But that is not the conversation for today. Today is a diary conversation. Okay. The other thing that I want to know is I have enjoyed these quotes. This was off a Facebook post that I saw in one of the groups. I'm in so many groups for, like, you know, I crochet and I'm in a lot of creative groups, and I did that diploma in holistic therapy. So I'm in a lot of interesting groups because of that. And there was a thought thread maybe 2 years ago or so that is, what was the best life advice that you ever got, or something like that. And this is quotes that was from there. I didn't take something that would be somebody specific, my grandmama used to say, or my grandmama made this up. But the stuff that I've heard before that was a general kind of quote, that is where these quotes come from. And that's why they feel like they're speaking to your heart. You know? So I've really liked that. But what I'd like to do is I'm probably going to send out a little request for information type of thing. And if you want to add one of your favorite life quotes in here, and I'll give you full credit. So say, for example, Neff has a life quote that says, for every red apple, 2 green apples had to be sacrificed along the way. I don't know. Neff, I made that up. If that is like your life quote, I will actually use the quote and tag you in there, so that you actually just add it on your Instagram as well, so that you get the credit for that. So I think I like that idea, so that our community can benefit in that way as well. So if anybody has any good quotes, keep that in mind. That might be a call for entries. Okay. That is that section. Oh, everybody hydrate. My goodness, we've been at it for nearly 2 hours already. Can you believe it? Is that right? Yeah, I was 10 minutes late. And then we had to do a restart, so it's like nearly 2 hours. Time is flying. Life quote. A quack a day keeps your sanity at bay. Quack. Thanks for the YouTube quote. Thank you, Neff number 1. Okie dokie. So that was the monthly view. One of the things that I have a mental note to do is I want to add a blank page just before the month starts. So I have the end of month review, then there's the things that I've accomplished and not, and then it goes straight into a calendar view of the next month. I think I want to add a blank page, but I don't know if a blank page would be too intimidating. Maybe I should extend the idea of doing an adult coloring in page, just a pattern of sorts. Yeah, okay, I like that idea. I wanted to have a blank page, but now I like the idea of a blank coloring in page. And I don't want it to be intimidating for me or for anybody else, so I think it'll be just a pattern that you can do. I like that. Don't tell Pink Bye, but it's too cold for my pen to write. Next time, instead of blank page. Is it still a thing to call it an adult coloring in book page? That sounds weird, doesn't it? I should just call it a coloring in page. Color yourself. You can go and color yourself. Coloring in page. My mama don't like you and she likes everyone. Okay. So I've made a little note of that, so I'll try and remember that. I do have questions about size. So, this is going to sound weird. How do I ask this without it being too weird? You know, I didn't tell anybody that I was going to have this conversation tonight. I didn't publish it in the Discord that I'm going to be talking about the diary. So it's kind of really unfair that I'm having this conversation without everybody who bought the diary here. But I promise I will make a little summary and ask some of the questions, the ones that I remember, in the Discord for feedback. See how quickly I added the ones I remembered just in case. So the one question that I do wonder about is, I have liked the size of the boxes, but I did have someone ask me if it would be okay if I had one with slightly bigger boxes. So that would mean a slight redesign. So I don't know if there is value in doing a second version with bigger boxes. What do you guys think? Was the size of the boxes too small, or was it just enough? Is this a bigger is better question? A little bit. I'll show you what I mean. So let's find. So you are the weekly view. Okay. And you are the monthly view. I think. Yeah, you are the monthly view. So in the monthly view, this is the size of the box. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 to the actual calendar, because this was just our draft document, remember? But I did use this to design the other one. So in here, this is the size. So I'll make it blue so that we can see. So in the calendar view, this was the size of the box. And you can see it is slightly bigger. So instead of getting 4 boxes, I might just be able to get 5. How do I make it bigger so that they all grow bigger? Oh, that works. So instead of having 4 little things, it'll have 3 little things, and it'll probably lose a little bit of the drawing up top or space in the bottom. But it does make the actual place to write a little bit bigger. That's a valid question. I wonder if there's value in, because it does mean redesigning the spacing and so on. I'm unsure on this one because I haven't thought it's too small, but I see the benefit in having a bigger one as well. do wonder if I should just have two versions of it, or you know, we'll call it the big block edition. I don't know the answer to this one. I will. Oh, let me document that and ask the question. You know, I'm just writing these things down. I hope it makes sense when I try and summarize it later. It seems like a very personal choice. Yeah, it does. But I don't know if it can benefit all of us in having the bigger blocks. That is good. I have found that I like the smaller blocks because when I write something, I'm not constrained by the size of the block. Like I would write, if I want something to write, I will write it over all 4 of these blocks. So the size of this one block doesn't impact me because I'm not going to try and squeeze things into this one block. If I want to write over all of these blocks, I will. So I haven't really found the block size a super duper gigantic problem. Yeah, it was just a suggestion she had. I don't think she's super attached to the idea. I find that I am very naughty in that I'm going over the blocks and anyway, so I would sort of like keep on writing past. But if I only have 3 blocks, I might feel that is a little bit of a waste of space because like if it's over 2 blocks here, if I start writing and I write over 2 blocks here, I still have 3 blocks total in this row. But if I only have 3 blocks, then I'm always stuck with having 3 blocks. You know what I mean? Hey Gossek, how you going? Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure if it's worth the design needed. The big question mark for me is if I'm going to buy a barcode. I think buying the barcode is $20 or $30 per barcode. And if I'm putting this barcode on a diary and I sell 2 copies of the diary only, I think the royalties I'd get on it is something like $8 for the 2. So then I am at a net loss there just for the barcode of like $20 or $30. So I'm not sure that makes full sense to do that. I might keep this one in my back pocket. Maybe if we do a 2027 diary one day, maybe we'll do it then. For now, I'm not sure that is going to add a lot of value, enough value. Yeah, I think we'll can that idea. That one thought of, evaluated, disregarded. Okay, then there's one more section in the diary, and I called it my planning section. 2027 Big Block Edition. Here. I should have a running sheet. Maybe I should make a Google sheet and give it edit access for people that write with crayons. Nev the shape. Yeah, you're not wrong. It can't be that you use markers in here because I'm not sure the paper is thick enough that you can use markers. I don't know. End of month review. Yes, I do like the end of month review. Month end review. So I'm looking for the planning. I don't have that in here as a design choice, so I guess I added it directly in. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? I have a page. Hey, Jenny. How are you going? I actually have an extra section here that we didn't plan for by the looks of it, but I've actually enjoyed having in here. And we might actually just have a quick look. Weekly view. It is definitely big, so it's big like that. So I might duplicate this and just make a couple of edits. Okay. So this is the month start plan. And what it is it doesn't have this on this side. On this side, it is just notes. Thank you, to be honest, I am having emotional whiplash. Had an extremely stressful last 3 months, and then I had the best Tuesday I could have asked for this week. But I can't talk about it. Oh. That is stressful and good. A paradox of delight. That's awesome though. I hope the feeling extends through the rest of the week. Nice, nice, nice. I'm going to put on some lippy so that she can see me moving my lips. I've had a pretty good day as well. With the changes in Twitch VOD management, I have been a little bit stressed, and it took up most of my time for a lot of the time. And not just my time, but my thought process. So I couldn't think about anything else. So I've been pretty chuffed that I could actually think about something else for a little bit. And today in particular, I had time to do some creative things, so I feel pretty good and creative-y. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep you. How do I add a color to you? There you go. I'm going to keep you. And then I'm going to take a copy of that. Actually, we will call you June planning, and you are gone. And I think this is more or less the same. Is it? Is it on the same line actually as all of them, really? Oh my goodness, I did such a good job aligning the things to the top in the diary, so I'm happy with that. Yay for making time for self-care. It's a skill, yeah. I was never taught how to take care of myself. In fact, I had a very tough conversation with my mother the other day, and it actually started with a conversation with my sister, because my sister was going through something tough decision-wise. And I actually had to have a very tough conversation with both of them, because the reality is, and it's generational really, that in my mom's day and age, in the culture that I grew up in, women are expected to serve. And as a result, she will take care of others before she takes care of herself. And as a result, she's always a little bit angry or bitter or unhappy about things. And my sister was starting to do very similar things that resulted in really, really big self-harming kind of decisions she was making. And they are a little bit religious, and she actually said to me, but the Bible says you've got to love your neighbor like you love yourself. And I said to her, that is fair and that is valid. But if you can't love yourself, how can you love your neighbor in the same way? The saying isn't you've got to love your neighbor more than you love yourself, and then try and love yourself like you love your neighbor. So it wasn't an easy conversation to have with her, because I don't know if you have family who are super religious, but they love to quote things at you, even though they're not fully understanding or applying it properly to themselves either. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope I don't sound too judgy. So I did sort of say to her that if you want to properly, as per the intention of the request, take care of someone else, you have to be able to take care of yourself first. And I don't mean necessarily just become, I don't know, a diva in everything you do, but you have to find ways to make sure that your emotional needs are met. What is important for you to succeed in your day? Because if you don't succeed in your own day, how can you help someone else succeed in theirs? You know? So it's wild. It's like I'm not going to take financial advice from somebody who's sitting shouting financial advice but can't back it up. I don't want financial advice from somebody who spent their fortune and lost it and never did it anyways. I want financial advice from somebody who is consistently successful in what they do. I don't really, but I mean, I'm using financial advice as a thing. That is good advice, I'd say. Yeah. Once you have it, the price of getting what you want is getting what once you wanted. Just heard that line in Sandman. It feels much. Once you have it, the price of getting what you want is getting what you once wanted. That's a tongue twister. But it wasn't an easy conversation to have with my sister, you know? So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I have history there. I tend to use for my need for quotes. I'm the wrong person to discuss religion with if you'd wish to remain unoffended. Ophelia Annie. I don't get offended with religious and conversations around religion or sexuality or anything like that, because my take is you do you and I'll do me. You know, my cousin wanting to sort of like shout obscenities at people on Facebook is just as valid as my other cousin trying to sort of like Bible bash everybody with Leviticus. Like, more power to them, whatever, just don't start preaching in my direction, because no. But the conversation, I thought the sentiment of the conversation was valid. Like, my mom in particular is very neglected on herself. She has neglected herself because she is always taking care of others to her own detriment. And whether you want to quote a Bible line at me, or whether you just want to sort of like say that that is the culture that she's part of, because that is expected in her culture, both of those are valid, because I mean her cultural influence is sort of kind of religious. But the reality is that you have to prioritize yourself sometimes. And if you want to take care of others, you have to be able to take care of yourself first. Because if you can't take care of yourself, how can you take care of others? So, yeah. That was a difficult conversation to have with my sister, because then, after I have the conversation with my sister, of course I have to call my mom and have a similar conversation with her, because I know my sister is going to call my mom and tell her what I had just said to her. So then it becomes okay, well, sister, then I have to talk to my mom, and then I have to make a comment in the group that I share in the WhatsApp group with my mom and my sister. But I think I can live with myself, because I'd rather have a difficult conversation, and there is benefit in that, than not having the conversation and live with the regret, you know. To use Google, just waking up, you can just not for long. If you have found something that brings you peace, more power to you. Yeah. My problem is that I talk a very good talk, but I stress eat. So I eat for comfort rather than for nutrition. So I have lost 20 kilos. And in the last month, I have gained 3 kilos just because of comfort eating and struggling with the weather and so on. And I've taken control again this week, and I've stopped eating after 8 o'clock because I've shared before that my problem is that I stress eat after 8 p.m. And if you're not careful when you eat after 8 p.m., oh my goodness, you can eat like a whole day's worth of calories and not realize it. For me, I eat, I can eat a handful of cashew nuts after 8 p.m. just standing there and picking at it and eating it like a maniac. That is a lot of calories that I'm not going to burn off. So I've stopped that this week, and we'll see how it goes. I'm feeling good about it, but it's like, yeah, I get it. Are you calling me out? No, I'm calling myself out. It's I don't know what it is about human nature. We always seem to want to tell other people what to do rather than do it ourselves, to ourselves. We're not good at applying things to ourselves. I would never tell anybody how to eat or what to eat because I know I struggle with that as well myself. On the plus side, eating before sleep warms you up a bit as you digest. Downside, you accumulate fat. Valid. Yeah, that's projecting. Yeah, we are very odd as human beings. Anyways, I feel like my conversation with my sister had a positive outcome, so I am glad that I had the conversation with her, even though it was a shit conversation to have in the first place, and I felt terrible for doing it. I've been doing so well, and then the stress eating this week has been hard again. Well, don't be too hard on yourself. Just forgive yourself and do it better the next day. That's what I do. Like, I can really be so mean to myself if I fall off the wagon kind of thing. And then I just want to sort of find ways to punish myself. And I've stopped doing that. I sort of at the end of the day, I say, okay, well, we didn't succeed today in what we wanted to do. I am going to forgive you for that. And tomorrow we start with a clean slate. Tomorrow we can do better. I'm giving you a pass. I'm giving you a freebie. Do you know why I do that? Okay, feel free to laugh at me in the next 3 minutes, okay? So I'm giving you permission to do that because this is kind of funny. I saw in a movie one time, a long time ago, that somebody said, I think it was advice for if you're a recovering alcoholic, you get a plant rather than adopting a pet. And in this movie, they said, give the plant a name that you can relate to. So give it your own name. So name your plant Annie, and then talk to the plant every day. But what I did after that is I took upon myself a talk in the mirror thing. So what I do now is I can be very, very mean to myself, but I am never mean to other people. So now I talk to myself, but I say to myself, how would I say this if I was talking to X, Y, and Z? So say, for example, I was talking to Nev. How would I say this to Nev? And that's what I do in the mirror. I start the day by telling myself, you are gorgeous. I like hearing hello gorgeous or good morning beautiful or stuff like that. Why should I not say that to myself as well? Why, if I like hearing it, why shouldn't I say that? So I do that. I do talk to myself in the mirror with a lot more positivity. And then if I'd fallen off the wagon and I'd eaten the night before, or like this last week when I've gained weight and so on, I think to myself, what would I say if I was talking to my sister and I had to because I give my sister a lot of pep talks kind of thing. What would I say to her? And that's why I've changed my thing. And I'm not mean to myself about that. I just sort of say, you know what? You didn't quite get where you wanted to. And that's okay. I'm giving you a get out of jail free card. I'm not going to punish you for this or anything like that. I believe that you can do better. And let's see how I can help you do that better tomorrow. And that has been such a difference in how I feel, Okay, so sorry, because I sort of hopped on a bandwagon, I didn't look at chat, so let me quickly catch up a little bit. I am on medication that is purposely having me lose weight. I am down, give me a second to convert to freedom units. I'm down 13 kilometers. I'm down 13 kilograms in the last 3 months and 22 kilograms in last year. Jenny, that is fantastic. Well done. That is amazing. Yeah, keep up the good work. Sweetest sufferance. So, that little speech that I just gave myself, that was also inspired by your sentence when you said, I've been doing so well and stress eating this week has been hard again. So I kind of hopped on my soapbox there. Sorry. Feel you, Annie, just like with my mum yesterday. Yeah. Wow, and I was going to go with Nev. Good job on not eating chocolates at night. Yeah, keep up the good work, Nev. You got this. You got this. Though I'm still what you might call a fat ass. Yeah, I get that. I like to call myself a chunky girl. I've shared my stats before, so I don't know what it is in non-freedom units, but I am 5'8". I've always been athletic in build, so I've never had the skinny side of the scale. So like at my peak I was probably about 74 to 80 kilograms, because I have big boobs as well, and boobs are freaking heavy, man. So at my heaviest, I weighed 130 kilograms. Actually, I stopped weighing myself at 130 kilograms. This was about 10, 12, 13 years ago. I had a medical procedure that went wrong, and I ended up having like a mini stroke kind of thing. So that's like the reason I don't work full time anymore. But anyways, that's a little side note. But anyways, I had a medical procedure that went wrong, and I've gained a lot of weight since then. So I stopped weighing at about 130 kilograms. So I have lost 25 kilograms. My heaviest, I think I remember 135. So I've lost 25 kilograms. I'm currently at 111. So like last week and so on, and the week before, last month or so, I was like at 108. So I've gained like a couple of kilograms. So I'm at 111, but still I've lost 25 kilos, which is about 50 pounds, I think, more or less. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to be around 90 kilograms. So I've got to lose 20 kilograms now. I don't want to necessarily be super skinny or anything like that, but I do want to be fitter. I do want to be fitter. No problem. It's lovely to hear the things from yours. Oh no, it's my absolute pleasure to share, as long as I don't make anybody uncomfortable. Yeah, I stopped weighing at 135, that's right. So that's 25 kilos I'm down more or less now. When I went to PAX, I was about 106. So I've gained 5 kilograms since 2 years ago. There are certain things that I'd like to do. So for example, I keep my weight, like I said, I've got big boobs and that's heavy, but I keep a lot of my weight in my tummy area because I've got PCOS, and that's just where we keep our weight when you're at risk of type 2 diabetes, which I don't have, but I'm at risk of. And I just like to be able to touch my toes without it being like an exercise in, like, I don't know, heavy breathing. I don't know if that makes sense. Or tie my shoes without needing to lift my leg on a chair and lean forward like my life depends on it. But yeah, I am getting fitter. We all have our things, eh? Squats. Do you know what, Reggie? I still do squats every day. It doesn't look as pretty as it used to, but yeah, we should start doing squats again. Let's do it from next week. Let's make it happen. Are you still keeping up with the squats? You needed to? Okay, let's start doing squats next week. What I'll do is there is a redeem for every gifted sub. I give squats, not on Thursdays, of course, because it's creative night. But I want to add a channel point redeem so it doesn't just cost us money. So let's remind me, please. Let's make that so we can do some squats together for sure. Jenny says, if I can get to where you are, I'll be extremely happy. But I'm on your journey. It's so extremely awesome. I was covering in real time because I don't know kilograms. Yeah, oh, thank you. I don't know. I think 135 is probably like 270-ish pounds. I don't know. I don't know. I think it helps. I don't think I'm an ugly girl, so I've never felt like I'm ugly. So even when I'm at my heaviest, I've never been downright on myself thinking, well, you're so ugly, you're so fat, you're so nasty, stuff like that. Because we can be so ugly to ourselves. But I'm still ugly to myself in other ways, and I stop myself from doing that. I think how we feel about ourselves it's really important to make sure that we find balance in ourselves. My biggest problem is because I was so very, very sporty, I always took strength in my body, and when my body broke, I struggled to cope with it. Yes, I've been doing 20 every hour I am at the computer. Dang, Reggie. That's awesome. I still do 100 squats a day, but I can't do it in one go like we used to. I can do 30 and then I need a break. And then I do another 30 later. So by the end of the day, I've done the 100. But yeah. I also do a positivity journal. It's based off, I guess, a gratitude journal, but it's not a gratitude journal. I celebrate myself. You know, like, again, I ask myself, what would I say? Like, if Reggie told me she does 20 squats a day, I would be like, dang, that's awesome. Keep up the good work. Would I say the same thing to myself? So what I do is every night I sit down and I write in my journal. I say, I celebrate you because you did such and such. But it's not quite a gratitude journal, so I don't know what to call it. I actually wrote about this just before the VODs hit because I wanted to talk to it to my patrons and sort of like do a guided activity about how I go about mine. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I wrote the script and everything, and now I don't even know where I put the script. It must be somewhere. But I will find it again. Also, I have 30 minutes before I gotta leave for work. Happy 6 a.m. from West Coast, USA. Remember to hydrate. Hey, Jenny, thank you so very much. Love you lots. And thanks for stopping by, yeah? Have a good one. Oh my goodness, I have derailed completely. I hopped on 20 different soapboxes, shocked us all with statistics and random facts, over-disclosed my personal life. Let's get back to art. And he's gone quackers. Okay. What was I doing here? Oh, I have before the month. I did actually in the diary have this section, but I don't have it in my planning notes. So I'm just going to quickly redraw it because this is the brainstorming for the 2026 diary and just make some adjustments. Okay, I do use the notes section quite a lot, and then I have April planning. We'll use April planning for this. What I will do is I'll just get familiar again with which section I am using over here. I'm not using month-end review. I'm not using week review. I'm using the monthly start plan. I want to... It's been really nice listening to you explain how you have dealt with things in life. Always lovely to hear and learn from others. Oh, that's a very generous thing to say. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for the lurk, Nev. I think if anything, I think one of my weaknesses, if I had to pinpoint a weakness, you know how they always say, what is your weakness? I think my weakness is also my strength. Oh my goodness, that sounds so daft. Don't you just hate it when it's like, my weakness is also my strength? But in my case, I think my weakness and my strength is that I am too honest. If you know me on stream and even off stream, the one thing that I think I am is I'm pretty direct and pretty honest. No, I'm not pretty direct, pretty honest. I'm honest and I'm direct. So it's a benefit in that I don't ever have to try and remember what story I told because I kind of tell the truth. But the problem with that is it's not always comfortable for other people to hear the truth because I don't have that filter. Like in life, people wear an inside mask and an outside mask. And people are very different inside the house than they are outside the house. And I don't have that because I'm the same inside the house and outside the house. I don't have that different masks. So it's kind of my strength and my weakness. But Miss Soul, more over disclosing. Thank you. I'm gonna stop it. I don't have the line on there, so let me put the line on there. I also wouldn't change that about myself, to be honest. I don't think I would change that about myself. I would like to be a little bit better at not necessarily offending people, because I think sometimes I can be a little bit too direct. So I think in that regard, I'm a little bit of a polarizer. I've always been a little bit of a polarizer in that regard. I'm scared to say more things and keep you from doing what you want to do. No, it would be very boring if I just had to entertain myself. Please say whatever you want to. I'm loving the conversation. Yeah, no, please don't let me stop you at all. Actually, I should make this a blog so I can understand what I'm dealing with. The conversation is super fun. I'll just take you to the bottom. This is the size I'm dealing with. Just indicative. Indicative. I'll make you red. And bluey, you can come across here. And then that will be the placeholders. Let me just unlock this layer. How do I unlock a layer in here again? That button. There you go. Then we will put you two as nested underneath here. We just turn everything off. And then you two need to be white. Okay, so that is the size of the diary. That one looks wrong, doesn't it? Let's make you small. Okay. This is just my references, that's why it's in here. And I'll call you references. Maybe I should just give them a different color, because it's like really weird seeing that non-color. I'll make you that, and I'll make you that. Yep, I can live with that. Don't know what that button is, but that was interesting. Okay, so I need to make the month start review. Month start plan. And now I can delete all the other stuff except this and that. June planning, I can give you a color. And everything else in here that is not colored will be deleted. Just make sure. Okay. So month start plan, notes and... Okay, there we go. So what I have in the notes page is literally just lines. From one side to the other. And I will make sure to... How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, it's just 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16. Ian. Oh my goodness, Ian, I got my soapbox on a bunch of things. Were you here for that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I derailed myself slightly. 1, 2, 31. I have been dealing with the stress of my job telling me that the company will probably close next month, and that's what's been causing me to stress eat. Oh no, that is a big stressor. Yeah, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself as long as you can, yeah? I'm reviewing the diary, Ian. And we were talking, Jenny popped by, and then we started talking about self-care. And Sweeter Sufferance and I are also discussing a couple of self-care things. We have a common problem in that we soothe eat. So we've just been talking about some self-care strategies and so on. And while we're doing it, the art activity that we're actually doing is looking at the 2025 diary, things that worked and in the diary, and things that I'd like to change for the 2026 diary. There's a section in here that I'm working on now that I didn't actually have in the notes, but that's included in the diary. That's one of my favorite sections, and that is the start of the month plan. So I'm just drawing it in there, and then I'll change it. So I actually use my diary quite heavily. So I'm just looking at things that how I'm using it, and things that work for me, and things I can improve on. So for example, this is a section. I found that even though there's room to do little doodly blocks and so on, I haven't actually done that. So instead of having big white blocks in between, I think for the 2026 edition, what I'll do is draw a pattern, and then instead of having white blocks, I'll actually have a gray bit so that you can actually draw the pattern along, kind of thing. So just stuff like that. And then I hopped on a soapbox about self-care and a little intervention I had to do with my sister, which is like generational trauma almost, how one generation carries forth the learnings and applies it to their children. Like my mom not applying any self-care to herself, but rather taking care of other people's needs before she takes care of her own, has resulted in a lot of problems for my sister in how she deals with her life and how she copes. So I had to intervene and tell her that you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of others. So that's the soapbox that I had hopped on. A little bit. Just a little bit. And then, of course, Nef and Magua and Reggie has been torturing me in YouTube with duck quotes, because I'm not capturing the YouTube chat, so I'm reading the YouTube chat when it comes up. But I need to find a way to just capture the YouTube chat on the screen, because without the context, it just looks like I am full of random duck quotes and sounds. Sweeter Sufferance, I derailed myself a little bit, but it's completely understandable that you are sort of like struggling a little bit. I mean, it's good that they gave you a heads up beforehand so you can sort of like mentally prepare for that, but it is a stressful situation. Hang in there, mate. Now you're going to have to find ways to be kind to yourself. Okay, the bit that I am drawing in is something that is actually in the diary, but that I don't have in the planning. It is the monthly start plan. Now these blocks are just my own little reference, and I have 31 little thingies. So I'm just going to copy these 31 times. I'll control. No, I don't want that. I just want this. So control drag one down, then just repeat it 29 times. gave me 31. I'm just going to highlight it. And then, where is my guides? When I drag it down, it should position and stretch it out. So this is what it looks like in my actual diary, because I've got 31 of those little lines. And then I pretty much used these little blocks, actually, by the looks of it. I have 3 blocks on the other side, and then there's a little block in between. How interesting. I'm just going to copy and paste you over because I'm going to cheat. And then I'm going to do that. Thanks for the kind words, Annie. I am doing my best to stay kind to myself. Yeah, good. That's good. You have one true friend in life, and it is you. If you're not kind to yourself, how can you expect anyone else to be kind to you? You know? See, sweetest sufferance, I don't mean to sound like such a preachy soapboxer, but it doesn't take much to get me on my soapbox, does it? I'm like a fortune cookie a minute. Holy smokes. So I celebrate you. I celebrate you for being good to yourself. What fonts did I use? I should use a bigger font than those. I might go and lift. Do you know, in the diary, when I look at the planning versus the end review, it looks like I used 2 different fonts. Like in the end of month review, it's a slightly smaller font when I say I am proud to have accomplished. I think I like the bigger font. Let me make a note to use the bigger font going forward. Month end versus start. Use bigger font. Oh, Magua says, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, we have at least to consider the possibility that we have a small aquatic bird of the family, I can't see that, Anatidae on our hands. Are ducks from Anatidae? Anatidae, the drunk duck drinking tea. Anatidae. How do you sober up a drunk duck named Anna? You give her tea, of course. Okay. Well, let's go see what that font was. In the monthly review. Don't quote me on that. You know what, Magua? Because you said that in YouTube, people are going to think I'm nuts. Because there's no record of you actually saying it. It just looks like I randomly started saying crazy things. Awkward. So the notes. Ian, I'm not sure if you're still here and if you can hear me, and I know you've been super, super busy, but did you ever find any value in the diary at all? Did you use it? I know you've been crazy busy and it's an unfair question to ask. What font did I use? Oh my goodness. Just use you for now. I'll just use it. I'll just use the notes font for now. Okay, so monthly view is gone. What are you? What is that image? Let me not change that. Oh, that's just days. Weekly view. I'm not after you either. I am after monthly start plan. Add you in here. I'm going to put you here. So you will be after the review. There you are. So what I called you is urgent tasks. This one. And then I have one here. Oh, were you aligned or not? Save V for the shortcut to grab it. It didn't work. I will align the space. Or maybe I should align the spacings first. Let me leave you now. And what I did is I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You form the bottom of the thing I need to do. Okay. So let me give you a square. I'm just using the actual squares as my placeholder. Yep, that works well. So I wanted a horizontal gap between these two blocks of the same proportions as it would be a vertical gap. So now I know how big I want my little blockies to be, hopefully. Actually, let me keep the blue block there just a little bit. We will make you white in the meantime. Okay, so let's see if that works, if I count it right. Because then I want you there. And you are there. That works, but one of them is bigger. It looks like the bottom one is bigger. Okay, I get it. Perfect. Okay, that worked out really well. I'm very happy with that. Then we will take you 3 and copy you over here. Are you aligned? Now you are. Let's see if you're aligned over there. Oh, that worked so well. Okay. Then, even though you are there, you actually had a black border. And I will send you to the back if this works. It did, but why am I seeing? Why am I seeing? I have a quote for the new diary. Be like a duck. Calm on the surface, but always paddling like Dickens underneath. Michael Caine. Are you really going to add a duck quote in the 2026 diary? Surely not. Surely not, Magua. You're going to do it, aren't you? So that is... It's your diary. I can't add it. But I am pretty accommodating sometimes, you know that. Plan. Annie dearest, thank you for the stream. I am going home from work. See you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for being here, Iris. Have a really safe drive. See you tomorrow. Urgent tasks is why is this not embedded? Oh, I do need you, I do need you, I do need you. So you need to come and you need to be there. There isn't a scroll down button, is it? I just have to hold the mouse and pray for mercy. I can delete the lines on the right hand side. That will cut out a lot of the scrolling. Because I don't actually need you. Okie dokie. Scrolling down there. I don't see it there. I wouldn't object if you wanted to put a duck quote in. You don't need to be white, because when the other thing is gone, you are going to be white anyways. I do want you now that you're not white, to be ahead of everything, because you're just the outlines, the black outlines. The direction we're looking at here. Oh my goodness, you know what? I should go and just put these things there. I just want one Okay. I think that's good. So these. I actually want to drag a copy and just put you over here because that's what I did there. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the actual diary. It says notes and then the month and planning. I just quickly recreated in this brainstorming document what the actual page in the diary looks like, so that if I want to change anything, I can and have a reference for it. This one says dreaming big about. I have actually found that this section I do use. So this is the one section that I have actually used. And I will repeat that. Important, but not urgent this month. I need to start focusing on. Do you know what? I have to make the font slightly smaller because I do actually have a semicolon in each one of these. Sorry, I just had a quick little cough. Everybody please take a moment to hydrate, hey? Okay, so I need you guys to be smaller, please. Yeah, that'll work. Urgent, not urgent this month. Thanks, Sherry. I did need to have that, man. I have been talking and mumbling deliciously to myself, but I haven't been super great at drinking. Habits to full break. I need to start focusing. Ideas to recharge, start the batteries. Ideas to recharge the batteries. Okay. I think that is a fair description of what the diary looks like. I think so. Oh, there is a little section in the end. It actually has a budget section that lets you calculate a cash flow. Do you know what is one thing that I like in my diaries that this one doesn't do? And this is the one sacrifice I made for the greater good. This is 100% my sacrifice. I like page numbers. Secret Lighthouse. How are you going, lovely? I was talking about you earlier in the review that you left for the diary. We're working on the 2026 diary and things I'd like to change and things I'd like to keep the same. Things that worked for me and things that didn't work for me. Things that I can improve on and so on. I will post this in the Discord and hopefully this leads to a wider conversation as well. How have you been? The one thing that I like in my diaries, I like my diary pages numbered because I cross-reference something fierce. Maybe in my past life I was a librarian or something, because I am forever cross-referencing my diary entrances and so. So I like to also buy old diaries and scribble all over them. It's pretty tragic. Pretty tragic. But it's how it goes. So that is my big sacrifice. I didn't put page numbers in the diary because I was told people don't do that. It's weird. Games Done Quick is playing Sakti Horse. I don't know what that is. Oh, Skate Horse. No, I don't know what that is either. glad you're having fun there, Sherry. That's pretty much it. In addition to the income section, and then a big idea. Oh, what is this? I have some notes here as well. Let's see. Big ideas. I can't read what I wrote. Lead man. No, I can't read what I wrote. Page numbers, hardcover A5. Magua, last year you wanted a hardcover one. I'm not sure if I'm ready to make a hardcover one or not. So I'm going to carry that forward as a potential future idea, okay? I think I will keep that as a future idea as well. It's very stupid, but very funny. Habits to arm. The red line is killing me. What red line? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you guys talking about the other thing? I see. Hey, May. I want to tell you something. Hey, May. I watch Scuba Chief sometimes, and he's got this thing where we all gave him a little shout-out thing. And one of the shout-outs uses that song, and so every time I hear it now, I feel, if you want to I hear the male voice using it in the background. It's funny. Habits to break. In the box next to you on... I see. Are you hard focused on a typo? Is that what's going on here? Is it irking you? Am I kind enough to go and change it? Yes, I am. Habits 2. What did I say in here? Did I say it's probably 4 now, but let me just double check. That's okay, I can change it. No worries. No worritos. That's the end of month review. Then it immediately jumps into the calendar and then the planning. I think I'm going to change the order of that as well, actually, because that irks me. So at the moment, the diary goes from end of month review June, then into the July calendar, the month to view calendar. Then it goes into the notes in the July planning. I'm going to switch the order around. So it's going to be the end of month review June. Then there's going to be a coloring in page, just some patterns for you to sort of like color in if you want to. Then I will have the planning and then the calendar. Let me make a note of that because that's a definite thing I want to do. So, end of month. Then coloring, then end of month, then coloring in, then the planning, and then the month to view. Yes, that's what I want. Month to view. Okay. So some of the questions I'm going to ask as a feedback is, what are the sections, if any, that you use the most? I'm going to, let me make a note. Not what's your favorite section. I don't want to know which section you like the most. I want to know which one you use the most. What section do you use the most? Because I think it's great to know what you like, but I actually want to know what you use. I want to know if you want to contribute a quote, so quote contributions. One of my favorite things in terms of feedback, Secret Lighthouse, was it you who said, never have I felt so judged by a diary? Because I feel the same. It did the same to me and I loved it. It kept me honest. You never lose, you learn. It was you? That's one of my favorite things. When I think about the diary, I think about that. I love that. I love that feedback. Because I get it. I feel the same way. Never have I felt so judged by a diary. So that's the other thing. So I will ask for quote contributions for 2026 if you want. The other thing that I thought of that I like, and I will ask your opinion on this one, but I like it, is I use my yearly planner, but I need a second one. So I think I want 2 yearly planners. Because I track my weight in one of them. So I'm going to say yearly planner and yearly planner. What would you call it if you have a yearly planner version 1 and version 2 or what? Yearly planner. I want 2 of them. Because one will be just a yearly planner and the other one will be a habit tracker. If I can do that, because I like that. It's nice to see my progress. Also, I track my periods in it. So like, I need another one. So my yearly planner has like my weight in it, and then it's also got like when I had my period or not. But I would like another one where I actually use it as a yearly planner. This is not a dude specific thing. You might not have the same use for yours. The warm-up spaces. I have a question mark about the warm-up spaces. I like it, but it needs to change a little bit. Up spaces. Yes or no? It might become a coloring in space as well. Maybe it'll be a color along kind of space. I don't know. So put your thinking caps. Put your thinking caps on. Because I will organize my thoughts a little bit and ask some questions in the Discord about the diary. And then with your thinking caps on, we can answer some questions. Sorry, I've been scrolling through my diary here. Okay, so let's just double check what we got going here. This is the month end review. Why do I have opened? Did I not embed these things? Weekly view. So, we have the monthly view. Just save that. Hey Son, how are you? G'day, g'day. We're planning the 2026 calendar or diary and adding some things and changing some things. I'm just going to have a look and see if I put in the changes that I was thinking of. And then I will call for feedback on the weekend. I'm going to try and turn it into a video and ask for feedback because that will help me on my YouTube algorithm as well. I want to be a content creator where I actually make content for you on YouTube as well. You guys have to help me stay honest about that. Because it's like bloody well a year later and I need to get gooder. And I know some of you are keeping me on my toes and I appreciate that. Help me stay on track. Kicking and screaming. Okay, so this is the month view. I don't think I changed anything here. So this one pretty much stays the same. The only thing with the month view that will change is the order that it is in the diary a little bit, because I'm going to add a coloring in page just before it. Yeah, I didn't change anything in this one, so this one will stay as it is. As for the weekly view, just a little summary what we changed here. There is a little change. I have found that even though I have one sample doodle or a drawing or something, I don't necessarily fill in the other boxes. So I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to create a pattern for each week and then just have every second box blank so that you can actually complete the pattern. So one box will be filled in and the other one will be blank, and you can just sort of like either draw along a line or make your own or whatever, but there'll be like a little guide there. I think I like that idea. I think that works for me. So that, I think, is the only change that I remember in a big way for here. I like the words priorities this week. I didn't actually have all of these words in the diary. I just called this priorities this week. Priorities this week. And then we've got notes. We've got the quote that keeps us on our toes. Celebrating my achievements, wins, grateful for. I called it celebrating my wins. I am grateful for. And this section I actually do use a lot. I do put in what I'm grateful for. I cannot end the day without a little bit of gratitude. So this one I kind of like. So that is the weekly view. Next up, we have the start of the month plan. This one I literally just drew because when we did the planning last year, I didn't actually include this one, but when I designed the diary, I actually did include it. So what the start of the month plan, this one will be in a little bit of a different place. So does it look right? Yes. It's got notes on the left, urgent tasks, important but not urgent, habits to form or break, dreaming big about, I need to start focusing on, and ideas to recharge the batteries. I fill out these quite a lot. I fill out a lot of the planning. I don't always execute it. Like here I've got a note to sort of like enter an art competition, and I wrote down the details of the art competition and when it is, and I need to submit my submission by the 25th of May to go into the June judging, and that just came and went. Thank you, VOD management stressors. I didn't enter the art competition I wanted to. Interesting. Okay. It's interesting to look at the things and see things I want to change, or things, little things that look wrong but I can tweak. Isn't it fantastic? Okay, then the next one, that was the month start. Where was the month end review? Month end review. I was happy with the month. What is this? I was happy with the month end review, wasn't I? Nothing I'm done looking at. So the end of month review, I'm kind of happy with it. I thought that in the actual diary I would be doodling all over and combining things and drawing over these bars and stuff, but I didn't actually, and I don't mind the way it looks. I could probably make it bigger, but I kind of like the way it looks. It doesn't actually say end of month review, it just says the month on the right. So I didn't actually have all of this other blah blah. I just had it like that. I don't even feel like it was out of balance. I could probably move it to the right. Yeah, I'll probably move that to the right. Makes more sense on the right now. And of course, this isn't the actual diary, this is just the planning of it. In the end, there's a little section on notes, and there's also a month by month cash flow calculator. That is quite nice. It was because I filled out the monthly cash flow calculator that I actually realized how much money you leak along the way. It all adds up. This diary is intended for personal use only. You are welcome to write, draw, and customize it to make it uniquely yours. However, reproduction, redistribution, or resale of this diary in whole or in part, in any format, without express written permission from the copyright holder, is strictly prohibited. Thank you for respecting the creative effort that went into making this diary. For custom layouts and design quotes, contact Anne-Lee at fireballannie.com. Anne-Lee Studios 2024. All rights reserved. I think I'm kind of really proudest of that paragraph. That sounds so cool, man. But I think that is it. Can't see anything else I'd like to change. I do want 2 planners. I do use the reference calendar. I do use the important dates. That's how I can see somebody's next birthday I need to remember is in September. No names mentioned. Okay, I think I'm good. Yeah, on the weekend, if you are that way inclined, get ready to leave me some feedback. I will try and make a post on YouTube as well, so that we start using the community function as needed. And that would be our diary for 2026. Again, thank you so very much to everybody who has bought it and who has supported me in this. That has gone a long way towards me paying some of my medical bills. So like, when we made it, I said this in the beginning, but I'll say it again. When I made the diary, when we put Doodlies on Amazon as a book, it was to give benefit without making any money off it. So I earned a few cents in royalties because you can't put it on for free. But it really is to sort of like have a benefit to everybody. But with the diary, I was pretty upfront about it and said that I need the royalties to pay for some medical expenses I was expecting. And because of your support, to everybody who bought it as gifts, for the support that you've given me, or for every time that you told somebody about this diary, the royalties I've earned have gone a long way towards paying some of these medical expenses, mainly the root canal things that I had to have on 2 teeth. But that has been a huge stress reliever, because that is a big stressor to have. So if you bought the diary for yourself, or if you bought it as a gift, or if you told somebody about it, thank you so very much, because it has made an impact to my life. If you are using it yourself and you get some benefit from it, I would love to have your feedback, to know what worked and what didn't work and what you'd like to see differently and so on. So very, very please think about what you can change about it, what you'd like to change about it, and let's make it so. Yeah. That is my big request. That's all I got. That's the things. That's all my things. Neff, the one night that I remember to check if you're playing your game, I don't see you on. I'm so sorry I didn't see you last night. So that will be me. I'm pretty much done for the evening, friendos. So please stay with me and we will raid out. And we will raid out to an Aussie streamer who is live. And she is pretty darn awesome. She has a cool Avi, and one of the reasons I'm looking into maybe getting a different kind of Avi is because I love her Avi so very much. So we are going to go into Hattie's stream. I there's a drop going for Phasmophobia, and it says I've earned this drop, but I can't claim it. I don't know what's going on. Where's my drop, Twitch? I want that eyeball drop. So there is drops going, and you'll see the cool eyeball drop happening, but it hasn't given it to me. Thanks for the stream. Oh, thank you so very much for hanging, and thank you so very much for the cool conversations. I had a really, really good time. Thanks for keeping me as entertained as well. Someone wanted to start me talk to you about Kylie and messing with the wrong guy. Oh, they sure are. Secret Lighthouse, thank you so very much for being here. Let me copy and paste that raid message as well. Guys, I love you so much. What can I say? Thank you so very much for having me, and thank you for enabling me, and thank you for all the fun along the way, yeah? I am back tomorrow night for some Guild Wars 2 strike missions, and then maybe some Spooky Friday. There's the countdown. I will see you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.